Todd Falcone. Welcome to toddfalcone.com. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about social media and the options that are available and how we utilize those options with different demographics. It's kind of fascinating. Really, this is not going to be some gigantic research blog post or video, but it's just something for you to consider as you work with different demographics of people in business, whether you're in multi-level network marketing, direct sales, or if you're in a traditional business. This is very, very important. And that is that, for example, I'm doing a whole bunch of research right now. I'm getting ready to fly to Southeast Asia here in a couple months and do a whole big presentation on Generation Z. And Generation Z, I mean, some of you may even watching the video don't even know who that is because it's such a new, younger generation. It's people basically under the age of 20, like my kids are Generation Z. And how those people are going to impact business in the future. But it got me, during all of this research I've been doing, it got me looking at the habits of different generations of people. For example, I'm 49 years of age, and while I Snapchat, I have a Twitter account, I have an Instagram account, of course I have a Facebook account, I have a LinkedIn account, I have a YouTube account, I have all of the things that are typically available. I don't have a Musical.ly account, which is definitely something that, in fact, have you heard of Musical.ly? Some of you may not have heard of it, but mostly younger kids are actually, maybe 10 to 15 years of age are using that or even younger. So the whole point in this video is us as business owners, as entrepreneurs, coming to the realization that we cannot force people into doing things that, that fit into our world. So, for example, while we may look at it and be all cocky, and if we're on Facebook, like, the whole planet's on Facebook, and I think I looked at a statistic recently. It's like 1.9 billion people. I think there's 6.5 billion people on planet Earth. So no, not the entire planet, but certainly a lot of people, and probably almost everyone we know is on Facebook. So let's take this real quickly into the context of network marketing or supporting, for example, supporting your team or prospecting in network marketing. People that are of a specific demographic, like my kids, and I actually did a poll recently on my Facebook page. Many of my friends' kids that are 20 or under, that are coming into the world or coming in and becoming a little older, don't even use Facebook, and they say Facebook is for old people. Facebook's for older people. Their preferences actually are Snapchat, Instagram, and Musical.ly. So think about that for a second. As a business owner, and you're servicing multiple demographics. Now, of course, most people watching this video are probably involved in network marketing because most of my followers are network marketers and direct salespeople. And you might be thinking, well, Todd, what does this even matter? Because I'm not really sponsoring any of these young people anyhow. It's important for us to look at the habits of different human beings and how they relate to us in the way we do business and the way we communicate to people. So, for example, if I did have a younger person on in my team in an organization, a sales organization, for example, that maybe is 18 years of age, sure, maybe they're on Facebook. But if I'm forcing this 18-year-old who is this burgeoning entrepreneur to fit into my world, my social media world, and do everything on Facebook and do all the things that we're doing on Facebook when he is barely even on Facebook, if at all, then I'm really taking someone and forcing them into doing something that isn't really even part of their world. I think we've got to fit into the worlds of other people rather than force people to do the things that we think we should have them doing. So I don't know, the whole reason I did this video today was all this research I'm doing is really fascinating to see the habits of baby boomers, to see the habits of millennials, to see the habits of these new Generation Z people, these younger kids, and what they're like and what their preferences are and how they relate to what we're doing in business and what we're doing in business on social media. So I guess as I wrap up this video, think to yourself, I am servicing a large audience of people in, let's say, for example, in network marketing, from maybe 18 years of age at the very youngest to 65 or 70 or 80, or there's some people. It's a pretty wide, broad group of people that get involved, different backgrounds, of course, and different diversities and cultures and countries and languages and all of those things. So when we're servicing so many different types of people in so many different backgrounds, so many different demographics, it's important for us to make sure that our support tools, the marketing tools, the things that we're providing that help them to build the business are provided to them in a vehicle that's easy for them to consume. So, we may have the assumption that I can, I'm going to send, think about it, like sending a 50-year-old a fax is an acceptable thing, but sending a 20-year, they're like, fax, what's a fax? You can send me a text message. So it's just a fascinating thing, and I'd love to hear some discussion on this with you guys, just regarding dealing with the different generations of people in terms of their habits. For example, let's look at this for a second as I wrap this up. I'm sitting here in my office. I'm not going to move the camera, but over here, I have a landline telephone. I have a cell phone as well. So I have a landline office line and a dedicated fax line in my office. I have a cell phone, of course. And I have a home phone number downstairs. So I have multiple phones, actually 3 different phone numbers that ring into my office. Now, I bet if you were to poll people that are 25 years of age or younger, and if they have their own place, most of them don't even have a landline. Certainly, very likely, they don't have a fax line. So, I do still use fax, believe it or not. In fact, I use fax. I use my fax machine probably 6 to 10 times a month. So it's still an important part of what I do here. I don't know. I want to hear from you because it's kind of an interesting subject, because we're dealing with social media, we're dealing with different habits, we're dealing with different demographics. And what are you seeing out there? If you have children, do your kids use Facebook? I mean, of course, if they're 6 years old, you probably don't even have them on social media yet, but does your 10-year-old, does your 15-year-old, are they on Facebook? Do they Snapchat? Do they Twitter? And then LinkedIn? The demographics of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is obviously primarily a business-driven social media platform. It's certainly higher in age, generally speaking, 25 to 30 plus. So I don't know, just it's an interesting thing that all these different choices that we have, and then of course servicing all of these individuals by supporting them and providing them avenues in which to promote their businesses if they choose to get involved in network marketing. So look forward to your comments. Todd Falcone here, the Fearless Networker here at toddfalcone.com, and I will see you on another video.